Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to do a quick little upgrade to any H&K USP full-size handgun, and that is going to be taking it from the standard capacity magazines to an added 3+1 if you keep one in the chamber, additional capacity magazine, which is going to take about 3 minutes to install. And that is going to be installing a jet funnel kit onto the bottom of a H&K USP Expert. Additionally, we're going to install a GG&G rail adapter system so that we can convert it over to Picatinny, so we can put any accessory or any flashlight from any manufacturer on it, because that would be a standard interface. The bonus here would be upgrading a full-size USP to have higher capacity magazines. It's a really quick install. It takes about maybe 3 minutes to go ahead and install this, and I'll go ahead and walk you through how to do that. Alright, let's get ready to work on the USP. Oh, what is that doing there? John Wick must have left that behind. Okay, there we go. Let's work on a USP. So, USP Expert, we're going to be installing a jet funnel mag. Just a real quick aside, if you ever did want to run jet funnel mags and you still have a standard capacity, you can still run them. They will lock in there, they will feed, they just won't have a flush base that goes with the funnel. So if you're the last person not alive and you're scavenging for magazines and you have a standard USP full-size frame, they will accept standard or higher capacity magazines as well as standard ones. So just a little tip if you're out and about. But we're going to unload and show clear. So obviously I just put a empty magazine in there, but what I want you guys to double check, be super diligent about this. Empty mag, put that to the side, look down your magazine well, make sure that there is no bullet. I'm going to tap it, make sure that there's nothing here on the back of the slide, and I'm going to pinky check it in the chamber to make sure there's nothing in there. The reason I'm being so super diligent about this is because I want you to take the pistol off of safe, and I want you to press the trigger to release the hammer. The reason I'm doing that is I'm releasing the hammer spring tension on the back strap. That's where the hammer spring resides, and I'm releasing the tension off of that. On my fix-it sticks, I'm going to use my T-handle, I'm going to use my punch insert, I'm going to use a 3mm Allen, HK part number right here, 216189. That will include a new insert for the back of the back strap or the lanyard. This is made of steel, as is the actual jet funnel. Comes with its own socket head cap screw to mate those two together, and its own roll pin is like zippered or serrated. This roll pin we are actually not going to use. We're just going to put that back in the bag. So what we're going to be doing is there is a small roll pin right here at the back strap. We just want to press out that little roll pin, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to keep pressure on it by pushing up, and I'm going to just press out that roll pin by hand. You just heard the first little detent pop, and there it is. So I'm slowly letting the tension off of this with my thumb, and this whole little plug assembly we're going to take out. Okay, now that we've got the factory plastic lanyard plug out of the back strap, we're going to install the jet funnel version. Hopefully you guys can see in there is a guide rod and the hammer spring right here. We want to make sure that that is in the back channel, and then on the actual plug we want to make sure we're aligning the spring and the guide rod into that, and this is the direction it will insert. Notice this protrusion sits at the very back of the back strap. Aligning the hole and sliding it in. Can only go in one way, so if you're having trouble and it won't go, double check your hammer spring alignment and that you have it orientated correctly. So again, we're going to be pushing down on this with our thumb to keep tension on it. So you can see that this roll pin has like an axle wheel style. It only installs properly correctly when it's notched, and we're going to reinstall the pin. You know you've got enough tension when it just slides in exactly like that. Now you have the new lanyard plug-in. You can always run the jet funnel plug. You never have to remove it. If you want to run standard capacity mags, you just run it as is. If you ever want to upgrade or swap between them, you just leave the funnel off, and you can still run these high capacity mags. They just won't fit flush to the frame. Now when you just want to run your jet funnel, you just take your jet funnel. You'll notice there's a couple little notches here. Those just go on either side of the back of the lanyard here, just like so. And then we're going to take that Allen head screw, 3mm Allen, and we're just going to screw it down. Doesn't need to be gorilla tight, but just snug. And now it is installed. Now I can install my higher capacity magazines, and I'm good to go. The factory ones will not be able to seat. They will never click in because there is a problem with the clearance. You'll notice that these have a slightly different base, and that is to clear the funnel itself, and that is where this is blocking it from doing so. So they will never lock up with the standard capacity mags, but you saw how easy that was to install and remove. So the GG&G adapter, I'm going to be using a 3/32. If you guys watched my Buy Once, Cry Once, you'll know that HK actually pioneered the accessory rail on the USP. They were the first to adopt that style of system. So very non-standard interface, and all today's lights are running mostly 1913 Picatinny rail. So that's where the GG&G adapter comes into play. What we're going to do is we're just going to remove this socket head cap screw from the right hand side or the left hand side of the adapter, and the entire arm will come off. Now we're going to flip the USP over, and we're going to take the main portion of the adapter. We're going to put the Picatinny side down, and we're going to just insert it here into this rail, making sure that it sits as far back into that bad boy as possible. I'm going to flip it over again. I'm going to match this portion up as far back into the rail as possible. You'll notice there is a little pin and a hole, and then a threaded hole and a countersunk socket. So line up the pin with the hole, and we're pushing the entire assembly up and back. Now I'm going to install this tiny socket head cap with this 3/32. I'm going to start it by hand. So I'm just going to get it through there, and yep, it's got good purchase. So now when it comes to this adapter, this is aluminum. You don't need to gorilla tighten this thing. Snug is plenty. Like right there, that's barely starting to get snug, and that is good to go. Now I can install any light accessory onto the bottom of my USP that I would like, from either Surefire or Arasaka or Cloud Defensive or Mod Light. All of those will now bolt directly to this USP GG&G adapter, bringing this whole thing up into the modern day 21st century. So there you have it. There is the USP brought up to modern day standards with the jet funnel 18 round capacity and the GG&G rail adapter kit. Really makes my USP Expert quite a bit nicer than it was before. I'm really excited to go shoot it. Really makes it more on par with today's modern HK weapons like the P30. This one is running a Wicked compensator. This is a John Wick tribute compensator, but it is fully functional. All four of those ports are actually open. It does run all ammunition I've tried it with, and it does require a factory HK barrel. So if you've ever wanted to LARP as John Wick, hit me up. I got you covered. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, a dislike. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.